Hi, to get started with using CRUTriAimPin, we want to make sure that our plugin is enabled. So we're going to go to our plugins and do our CRUAim search and make sure that CRUAim plugin is checked off and enabled. If it's the first time you're setting this up, you do want to make sure that you restart the editor and so to make sure that the plugin is active. So with the plugin active, you should see the QOOBIT menu up here at the top, and under the animation controller utility, you should see a CRUTriAimPin. Now clicking that, you should see the widget pop up here. And now we can take a look at our sequencer setup. We have a Manny here with an animation for this slide walk. And we can also see that there's a layered control rig with Manny riding on top of it where we're going to do our changes. Now from here, we check the actor that we've selected and the control rig that we have, and we're going to select our body control here. So with the body control selected, we're just going to clear out these keys here, and we're going to choose our attach button, and that will attach our control rig to the body. And we can see these three colored controls now around the body, which is red, green, and blue. And inside of here, inside CRUTriAimPin, you should see that there's A, B, and C. So by default, A will be selected, and this is the starting point of our aim constraint. So it goes A pointing primary to B and secondary to C. So with the A, we're going to move this to a point that's closer to the hip. So now we move it somewhere like this, and we take a look at B, and we also move it somewhere closer to the hip. And then we take a look at C, and then we also move it closer to the hip. And if you are trying to place this, you can see that some of the mesh is clipping here. You can run a console command to change your clipping plane by using the set near clip plane to something small like 0.001. And now you can see that it doesn't clip, and you can see all the way really close. Now with these 3 points set up touching on the mesh, we can press the aim to finish off the constraint, or we can delete it if we don't want to use this, but we're going to commit to it, and we're going to press aim. And you can see that A, B, and C have been baked down now. But what we can do now is we can actually move either 3 of these controls, A, B, or C, and you can see the pivot move with the relationship to the 3. So you can see that now I'm moving C, and the pivot is kind of hinged on this aim constraint from red to green to blue. You can see that's moving here. And now if we move green, which is B, you can see that the relationship is retained as well. And if we take a look at A, we can also move this as well, and you can see that relationship there as well. So where this is good to do is you can actually have 3 points that will manipulate the rotation of one control, and which in this case would be the body control. And we're going to continue to finish this off and bake down when we're happy with the results. So now that we move down the line here, we press bake. And now all the changes have been cleaned out of the control rig that we just had and it's all on body control now. All right, cool. So that concludes the setup for the CRUTriAim. So if you are using this, make sure you pick a control, click the attach, and then move the A, B, and C points around, and then click aim to make sure you finalize the aim, and then you can do your cleanups there. Generally, when you are doing the cleanups, you will be in Curve Editor. So you want to be in here and fiddling with the curves. But in this example, we just kind of showed you the basics using the sequencer controls and the keys. All right, thanks.